I'm going to show you how to win the most showdown games you can. Um, this is my first video, basically posted in a very long time. So I'm gonna consider this my first video. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna separate this into three different parts. The first one being what type of players to have on your team. The sec and the boost you should have. The second part being what type of different different lineups based on the boost you should have. The third part being me actually playing. So first I'll get into what type of lineups you have. Now what I found works best is to have a lineup where you have at least 3 good shooters, and when I say good shooters, I mean with an 84 shot, 3-point shot rating, at least, maybe if 85. So in this case, I have 4. Lillard has a 93-point shot with that boost, that shooting boost on his individual card. Drexler has an 87, Tatum has an 88, and Bridges has an 84. And then what I recommend is having at least one player, usually the center, having good inside scoring and rebounding. Now that would be Shaq. I'm going to show you now what type of lineups you have. Oh, and then also when I'm in the game, I'm going to be narrating and describing what I'm doing to how I'm playing. So these two, the middle one and the one to the right, are the ones I use the most. The first one is a +7 shooting, +2 athleticism boost. And then the one to the right is a +3 defense, +4 shooting, and +2 rebounding. I use this lineup most often, the shooting lineup, just because, I mean, like Lillard's 3-point shot in this is 97. Bridges is 91. Drexler's is 94. And Tatum's is 95. Now you get a green if you know how after you shoot a jump shot, it'll say the stat of your shooting, your 3-point shot or mid-range shot or whatever. Now green, it'll be green if it's at least 91. So all 4 of these players have a green 3-point shot. Now for the defense, I usually use this when a player, because sometimes you can get matched with the same player twice in a row. I usually use this one if the shooting lineup I lose to him, I will switch to the defensive lineup right after, just because I figure I can stop him with defense. All these cards are pretty good at defense. Oh, and I'd like to add a disclaimer. I definitely recommend you buy Live Pass if that's the only thing you purchase. The players are the best. They're the highest rated. And there's also, I don't know if this is going to continue, but when Live Pass first started this November, there was this $30 pack, which I bought, which includes Live Pass, the Live Pass Plus or whatever it's called, and a player, which was Drexler, who was an 87 overall at the time, which was like insane. And then it gave me like a bunch of tickets, which I was able to get Kid with. Now what I did was I sold Kid once I got Lillard in the what was it, the Harvest or whatever, or the Dunkin' Spice. because he had the same 3-point shot, and he adds the boost with that +2 on his card. But all his stats were very, very similar. And so I just wanted the coins. However, the only stat that was really different was his rebounding. Jason Kidd, and his card was a 91 overall, but his rebounding was like generally an 80, which is like crazy. I don't know if he was able to rebound that or why they made it so high, but yeah, so that's the only main difference. But Lillard's dunking is a lot higher, and his layup was similar, so I don't know. But also, if the On Fire program is still going on, I highly recommend you grind for Bridges. Not only do you get that jersey, which adds the shooting boost, but he is a good-ass player. He's basically a renaissance man, or a jack of all trades. He can score inside. He's pretty quick. He can really shoot the ball. He's got good defense. He's got good rebounding, but the box out is really shitty, which is weird to have such a discrepancy. So I guess if he's not being boxed out, he'll get the ball. And he's pretty good at passing too. So, you know, he's a good player. He's a really smart player to have on your team. I think he's better than that Durant Reaper card just because of his defense, his rebounding, and just based on my experience, the amount of shots he makes, despite usually I'll use the shooting one, so his 3-point shot will be 91, but he drains every freaking shot. If he misses, he won't miss twice. He's like a cheat code. Okay, and then I just like to add, check out how shitty this player is. He's an 86 overall. I guess his only good stats are he's kind of quick. But, I mean, for an 86, he's not really good at anything. He's a good defender, I guess. But this is the shittiest card they put out all year. Anyway, so I've explained all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out using my shooting lineup. Me personally, it's basically the second day in. I got about 3 more days to play. I'm already at Superstar 3. I'll show you my match history. I've won about half my games. I know I have a pretty high overall rated team, but the only thing I've bought so far has been that Live Pass Plus pack with Drexler in it. So everything else I've grinded for. I'm currently the 39th best player in the game. When I went to bed yesterday, I was the 6th highest rated overall player. So let's try to find an opponent, and then I'll show you what strategies to use in game. I highly recommend you grind for the Bridges card. There's no way to get the Curry card unless you spend hundreds of dollars. I mean, there's just too many Ignite tokens. So if you want to spend $300, get the Curry card. Or if you want to... Thank God that No Shave November thing is over. I mean, that was the shittiest fucking thing I've ever seen. You literally had to... I was able to get Middleton, and that was it. I mean, there just wasn't enough players. You had to pay to buy them. So I'm going to be selling Middleton because I prefer the power lineups. I definitely don't recommend. I mean, if you like a balanced uh, lineup, go for the strategic. But I recommend having a power lineup, just because. And yes, my name is Poops9. Okay, so my hand was covering the mic, so you can't really hear me during the gameplay. So I switched to an audio recorder. So yeah. Here we go. I'm playing against a team that's similarly overall to me. Um, so it's going to be a good game. Like I said, I will go over my strategy. And basically what my strategy is there's a couple things. One is when I'm using this shooting lineup, I basically shoot as many threes as I can. Bridges does not miss from the top of the arc. He doesn't miss. The only time he misses is clutch time, which is cool. Definitely recommend getting that Bridges card, like I said before. Shoot as many threes as possible. The only time you want to shoot a two is if you need quick baskets and you just go, or not even necessarily a 2-point shot, but well, okay. So the only time I like to shoot a two is when I need quick baskets and I just find whoever's open first. Otherwise, I'm shooting a three. So yeah, so I just made a three. It's 8-0. And then when they're just standing there dribbling, just keep tapping that steal button. Just keep tapping the guard button. That's my strategy as well. I get a lot of steals. Drexler's open for three. Makes it challenged. So at this point, it's 11-2. I hate how the center runs down and tries to guard the point guard sometimes. So he was open. He's probably... Oh, he misses that shot. McGrady, interestingly enough, gets the rebound and puts it up and makes it. Tatum, he never misses. He just... just as I'm saying that. But he never misses. I would say he's probably the best shooter overall on the team is Tatum, even though he doesn't have the highest 3-point shot out of the team. So Lillard's wide open. Obviously, he's going to drain it. Tatum, somewhat open, drains it. He's standing there. I'm just tapping the guard button. Shaq gets a rebound, dunks it. Shoot from very far away, that was a bad shot. Wasn't open. It would have maybe gone in if I was completely open. He gets blocked. I think that was McGrady. Drexler's wide open. Drexler doesn't miss. Now there's 16 seconds left. He's standing there dribbling. I'm trying to steal it. He makes he misses the three. They get the rebound. And I actually somehow fouled him. So he's going to be shooting free throws, which is kind of a rarity in NBA Live Mobile. So what he's going to do is he's going to make the first one and miss the second. However, there's only 0.3 seconds left in the clock. You need about 0.4, 0.5 seconds to let off a shot, probably 0.5. So, let's say he made both. I would, and I had, let's say I had, a second left. I would have, let me rephrase this. If there's a couple seconds left and they've just made a 2-point shot, run down the court, not too far, but like close enough to the 3-point line and try to go for a three. That's my strategy. So I'm gonna win this game. It gives me 315,000 fans, and that's the video. So if you've enjoyed this video, if you found it helpful, give it a like. Consider subscribing. I will be posting more videos